Hey everyone, welcome back to Intuitive Motion. My name is Brian and I'm super grateful that you're here today. So today I have another Learn Numbers with Me kind of video. I was drawn to pull, or not pull, but to find, I guess, another angel number for the collective because there are some messages that needed to come out at this time in regarding to our careers and our passions and, what we're spending our time and energy on. I kind of was getting the feeling anyways that was what was the case because, I'm off of work this week and I've had to take a lot of time to kind of reflect on where I'm at and what I've been doing to kind of get to this point, and if I am content with where I'm at, which the answer to that was no. So now I'm shifting priorities a little bit and trying to figure out what it is I can be doing and where I could be putting more of my energy to be happier with where I'm at in my career. And yeah, I can actually start doing what it is I truly need and should be doing at this time. Also, I'm super grateful that this type of video is you guys' favorite. I've noticed that the numbers videos are kind of the ones that you guys are a little more drawn to watch. So that is really, really cool. And I will continue to put these kinds of videos out for you guys. Yeah, they help me out a lot. And I've said this in every single one of these videos. They help me out immensely. And I study numbers every day and I look to the guidance and the energies of the angel numbers all throughout my days. So it is really nice to see that these numbers are very beneficial and help you guys out too. If you have any suggestions or questions or anything in regards to this video or just in general, make sure you leave that down in the comment section below. And yeah, that will probably be the best way that I will know what is working best for me and when I'm filming. And yeah, I can keep putting out videos like this for you guys that are super helpful and help guide you along your path and help you see the light at the end of the tunnel. So I hope you guys are super prepared for the messages that will come through today. I've already got it all written down and ready to go. And I also wanted to pull some tarot for further messages or advice afterwards. And so I really hope you guys enjoy the video and just be prepared because this is going to be kind of a message to put in some work, and that it's time to start putting in work to making things better for us and reshaping, rebuilding our foundations so that, 10, 20, 30 years along the line, we are actually truly happy, fulfilled, and content with our career paths, our life paths, and all of that amazing stuff. We really deserve to get out of these situations and these cycles of, working at and being in places where we know we don't belong, but we're doing it for the sake of others or for the sake of a paycheck or whatever the case might be. It's time to kind of diverge from that programming, those controlled thoughts, and start doing what it is our soul is calling for and what we truly desire. The angel number that I ended up coming across that I thought was perfect for not only me but for all of us is angel number 414. This one's super cool because now we've got some fours added in. I know we've talked a lot about ones in the previous videos that I've done on this channel for angel numbers, so we'll get into that again, but it's nice to kind of see some change and see a different number come up, and that is number 4. And the number 4 is appearing twice in this number, so that means that the energies of number 4 are amplified by 2 since it is present twice. And number 4 resonates with patience and hard work and responsibility. And that was why I was saying before I even started that this was kind of going to be like a little kick in the pants telling you that it's time to shift your priorities and put some more work into other areas of your life so that you can truly understand yourself and find what is best for you. And I was saying predominantly like careers and life paths and stuff, but this could even simply just be a new hobby or something on the side that you pick up that maybe in the future you might end up finding your life's passion through. So that is everything that you should keep in mind when I read all of the notes that come with the number. I will leave the full blog spot down in the description box below so that you can read the full description of this number. But with these, I kind of like to just pull out the ones that I feel like are most important to us and that will really be effective for us. But yes, going back into it, number 4 resonates with patience and hard work and responsibility, honesty and integrity, building solid foundations. And number 4 is predominantly talks about foundations. Like whenever I see the number 4 when I'm doing readings, or when I do see any combo of a number, or if I'm just straight up seeing 4s, I always go straight to thinking about, okay, my foundation, like what needs to be modified, what am I doing well, what do I feel like I could be doing better at, all of that kind of stuff. So it also talks about diligence and determination to successfully achieve goals. Number 4 also relates to our drive, passion, and purpose, and the energies of the archangels. So the fact that number 4 is appearing twice just shows that the energies of this number are very important, and we should take note of that and really, like I said, pay attention to our foundations and assess where we're at, and if things aren't kind of going the way that you envisioned or that you feel like you need or desire, then what changes can you start making? What things can you start shifting? What people, places, and things can you start removing from your life, or who is going to stay, who will help you to see the light, like I said, at the end of the tunnel, where you know that what it is that you're doing, where you're putting your energy, your time, is something that is so truly right for you. Now, there's also a number 1 present. And when the number 1 comes out, that one mainly talks about the fact that we can create and build our own realities based off of our words, thoughts, and actions. This number also encourages us to step forward in our chosen directions. And chosen is like the key word, because like I said at the beginning, it's about kind of letting go of old programming and conditioning that we have experienced growing up, and kind of start moving down our own individualized path. Number 1, personal power, individuality. This number resonates with insight and inspiration. So maybe you should start looking to more places to find insight and inspiration as to what it is you are truly passionate about, if you have no clue what that might be at this time. Number 1 resonates with creativity and new beginnings. So I've been feeling this for a lot of us, that there are a lot of new opportunities and new energies, just new everything kind of making their way into our lives as we are making room for these energies. So it is going to be all about being open and embracing all of these wonderful new things that come in, and not being scared, like stepping outside of your comfort zone, taking that leap of faith, and not weighing out consequences, what ifs, hypotheticals all the time. Just kind of taking a risk and going for it, and believing that the outcome will be for your highest good. It will ultimately be successful. I put a star and I put new beginnings again because I thought I didn't write it down. But I think that I put that for a reason, to put some emphasis on the fact that new beginnings are on the horizon, and we have the potential to bring in so many wonderful, new, light, happier, positive, fulfilling energies. But it's all about what we make of what we have right now in this moment, and choosing to embrace changes and not ignore them anymore. Honestly, I don't even think that we can ignore them, because if that is the road that you decide to go down, that's fine. But just know that, the problems that have come up at this time will come up again, and they will continue to come up the more that you ignore it. But know that when it comes up again, it might be in a way that you might not like. So just choose to embrace and start making these changes now, rather than, spending more time ignoring it and keeping yourself in this never-ending cycle of negativity. And that can be in all aspects of your life. Just put these messages into your situation and only take the messages that resonate, because you might be doing perfectly fine. and everything might feel content for you, and you might just need to stay true to those feelings and those thoughts and the actions that you've been taking, because you might feel a little bit of uncertainty or doubt or fear. This could be a message for you to stay strong and to stay true to yourself and stay true to what it is that you are passionate about. Stay along the path that you are on. It can go both ways, so just put it into your situation, like I said, and just take what resonates. Now we'll go into the actual messages of the number. I think this number is so awesome. So before I get into this, let's just take a moment to take a couple deep breaths and express our gratitude for not only receiving this number and the energies that come with this number, but also all of the wonderful messages that we are about to receive that came with the number. All right, let's do this. So, when you come across angel number 414, and pay attention, because maybe you have never seen this number before, or maybe you have and you've seen it repeatedly and you didn't really know why. This is the reason why. Or if you've seen any fours or any ones or any combos of any of these numbers, like, this is what you should be taking note of at this time. Not everything, but just, like I said, the things that you resonate with the most. So when number 414 comes up in our lives, it tells us that we are being divinely and angelically guided. So even if things seem weird or off or uncertain, or you just don't feel like you're on the right path of life, this is an indication that you are on the right path and you are being guided. So everything that you're experiencing or everything that you have experienced has happened for a reason, to lead you to, like I was saying, all of those new opportunities, all of those new lighter, positive, calmer energies, those fulfilling energies that will make us happy, that will have us feeling more content about our foundations and where we're at and where we're moving to. So trust that you are being guided along the right path at this time, no matter what is going on in your world. Try not to let your 3D, your external, like what's going on all around you, kind of stagnate you and hold you back, because I always tell myself that the 3D is an illusion, because there are so many things happening that are above us that we don't know and don't understand fully. And that is something that we have to continue to tell ourselves, because we go through some pretty heavy things in life, like even right now, in light of the pandemic and, the civil rights-esque movement that is going on. I have, for example, have been trying to stay positive and optimistic about the future, even though things are scary, things are confusing and ambiguous and uncertain. I just saw 414 on my timestamp, but yeah, like, we just need to truly believe that we are on the right path right now, and as you move forward, you must continue to just put out, positive energy and uplift yourself and uplift others, and try and stay happy, even though, the complete opposite is going on around. Because if you choose to feed into all of those 3D external energies, those are what are keeping your vibrations low. Though that is what's holding you back, and that probably is a little rooted in why you might be so confused about your path right now. Because there is a lot going on, and you might not know where you should be placed or where you fit into this situation. But just know that everything you're doing the best that you can, and everything that you're doing right now in this time is the best that you can do, and that's all that matters. It's the thought that counts, really, truly. And yes, we have to be proactive, and yes, we have to take positive action, but everyone's stories are different, and everyone's paths are different. So you're not going to be, on the front lines fighting for our rights like some other people are with the protests. Or you're not going to be, the one shedding light on the virus and like giving people all of this insight about what's going on and giving updates and stuff like that. Like, everyone's like paths and tasks, I guess, are going to be different. You just have to find what works best for you, what's true to you, and what's true to your soul. And like I said, just stay along that path and continue to trust that you are being guided towards success. And that is going to continue to happen so long as you, like I said, are dedicating your energy and your time to staying uplifted personally, to uplifting others and taking care of yourself and taking care of others, taking care of the planet, and just, being yourself and following your heart and staying true to yourself and your heart. I will say these things a million times because that, especially in this time, is so important. Not losing faith, staying strong in yourself, staying strong in the process, believing in the process, and believing that, in the end, things are working out for your highest good. When this number comes out, it tells us to pay attention to persistent ideas and thoughts. Be aware of dreams and daydreams. Those things are so important to us because that is our inner guidance. That is our inner wisdom. That's our higher selves, our spirit guides, God, everyone, telling us what it is we need to be doing at this time and what will be the most fulfilling for us at this time. So if you've been thinking about painting a lot, or if you've been thinking about running a lot, or writing a song, or writing a poem, or making a YouTube video, and that keeps coming up over and over again, don't ignore that. That was what I was saying in the beginning of the video. Don't ignore what it is that your soul is trying to communicate with you, because that is probably why you're feeling so confused, because you're off doing one thing and aligning with one area of your life, but that is not in alignment with what your soul is calling for and what your purpose truly is. So start listening to those continuous thoughts that you're having. If you're having dreams and certain things keep popping up over and over again, pay attention to that. Ask questions about that. Dive deeper into that. That is so important at this time because, our inner selves, our higher selves, are quite literally giving us the answers that we are asking for as to where we need to be, what we need to be doing at this time in order to align with our higher selves and to just be our happiest. And I say aligning all of the time because when we are aligned with the universe, when we are aligned with those higher powers, when we are aligned with our higher selves, that is when we are our happiest, our most competent, when we feel calm, when we feel light, when we're able to move forward in life without worrying about what is going on all around us. And even what's going on inside of us, because our minds can even get in the way, for example, of what we have going on, and can stop us and hinder us from actually going towards our dreams and our goals. But the time is now for us to stop listening to our ego so much. Stop letting our minds and stop letting, our 3D world control, what it is that we feel we need at this time. It's time to truly just be ourselves and speak our minds however it is that we feel is right, and act and dress and feel everything. All of that needs to just be aligned with you as an individual person. I think I'm so grateful that the number 1 was one of the numbers that came up in the angel numbers, because personal power, personal accountability, individuality, that is a really, really huge, important topic at this time. And there are a lot of us that are in connections right now, in relationships right now that involve more than one person. But even in those connections, it's still finding your personal power and learning to be an individual person, even in a relationship that involves more than one person, if that makes sense. When this number comes across us, it is the angels assisting and aligning our vibrations with our life purpose and soul mission. So that goes back into the last point that I made about persistent, or not I made, but that the blog made about persistent ideas and thoughts and dreams and daydreams. That is, like I said, our higher selves. That is the angels. That is the universe trying to help us see the light, trying to align us with our higher selves, because within our higher selves, like I said, That is us being our authentic selves. That is us indulging in our passions and our dreams and goals and going after what it is we truly need and desire without letting ourselves or not letting anything else outside of us kind of hold us back or make us believe that what it is that we feel is right and true for us is not, and it's weird and it's wrong, and all of that stuff. We need to trust that we're on the right path and are being fully supported by friends and family and loved ones, but also by the angels and the archangels, the higher powers. We got to listen to our intuition and take positive action. That is super important at this time. And this really is a big test for us. Are we going to listen to our intuition and follow the guidance of our inner selves that is leading us towards success? Or are we going to just continue to ignore, those thoughts, those ideas, you know, everything that is truly making us happy? Are we just going to keep that inside of us forever and just continue down the road that we're currently going down, which may not be the road that we truly want and desire? We can solve this by looking to new ways to go about getting work done more effectively and efficiently. So if you've already got these ideas and creations set in place for yourself, like it's all laid out and ready to go, take that leap of faith, take the next step, and start figuring out how you can proactively start getting these things done. Start being more creative, start thinking more creatively, and acting more creatively. And if you find that you are in a job right now that you can't really get out of at the moment, which is kind of like my situation, you can still find your balance and you can still find ways to integrate, what you're doing outside of your job into your life, because that is what's making you happy. And if you really truly want to be at least a little bit content with where you're at right now, if some circumstances you can't necessarily change at this time, like I said, integrating all of those new passions and like integrating more creativity and just changing up your routine even will help you to start seeing what it is that you truly are supposed to be doing at this time. Or it'll help you start to find what your passions are. I'm repeating myself a lot, but I feel like it's just so important because I feel like a lot of us, including me, have spent so much time like just not being happy and just choosing to take the easy way out because it's easy, when, being who we truly are, growing, changing, and ascending, it takes time, it takes work, it takes a lot of healing, it takes a lot. But, we're ready for that. That's why all of this is coming up at this time. And it's our job to embrace, the energies that are coming up and, work them into our lives, accept it, and realize that this is who we are on the inside. And we've been repressing it for so long, it just seems so foreign now, when in reality, the foreign energies are the energies that truly align with our higher selves and with our inner selves. And we spent so much time not being ourselves and doing what other people want us to do that we've kind of trained ourselves to believe that that is who we are and that's our normal, when it's not. It's the complete opposite. And it's crazy that it takes some of us so long to truly realize that. But like, what can you do when, you've grown up learning certain things and believing certain things, or you've been exposed to and surrounded by the same things every single day? It's really hard. But if you truly want these changes for yourself and you truly want to cultivate more positivity, more creativity, more inspiration, more love, more happiness into your life, it is so important that you just start listening to yourself. It sounds so easy, but it is a little tricky at first. But you've got to just listen to yourself and start understanding what it is that you need and going after what you desire and indulging in only the things that are making you happy, that are inspiring you, that are uplifting you and helping you to grow, rather than making you feel confused or making you feel fear or feel doubt, or feel insecure. If you're feeling any of those things at this time, that means that there is something in your life that is causing you to feel that way. So find out what that is and find a way to transmute that or to clear it so that you are not stuck anymore. When this number comes up, it is very important that we keep our thoughts positive and optimistic as we undertake new roles and ventures. So I spoke before about the fact that there are new opportunities, big changes, new energies coming in, and all we need to do as individuals is stay light, stay calm, stay positive, stay optimistic, and go for it, you know? If a new opportunity comes up and it kind of, what am I trying to say? It kind of gets in the way of some of the things that you have going on right now. It's hard, but you have to figure out what it is you need to remove. Sometimes you've got to make big sacrifices in order to make room for other things in your life. And you just have to trust that the new opportunities, the new things that are coming into your life are the ones that are right for you, which is why they are making their way to you now. So you have to understand what is right for you so that you don't continue going down the wrong path for yourself. Positive energies, intentions, and actions will manifest expected results. So, like I was just saying before, staying light, staying positive, and staying optimistic in light of all that is going on at this time is what will ground what it is that you truly need and desire at this time. So, sounds easy. Just stay positive. Just stay optimistic. But when things happen, especially if it's something that's personal, and it's not something collective, like the pandemic and the protests and everything. When things personally happen in our lives, it is very hard to stay positive and to believe that there is good in the world and that there is good for you and that there's good for your loved ones. But you've got to keep fighting those negative energies. You've got to keep fighting the darker energies so that you can ground what it is that you truly want. You're going to continue to hold yourself back, or what goes on around you will continue to hold you back if you let it. So stop letting it. Trust that the angels will deliver all that is needed in the right time. Because not only can we create our own realities and we can manifest a lot of wonderful things for ourselves, but that is not all done on our own. That is co-created, that is co-manifested by us and by our spirit guides, by the angels, by the universe, by God, by whatever it is that you believe in. I try to be as inclusive as possible because we all, like I said, are not the same people and don't believe in the same things or believe in anything at all. So the whole point of what I am trying to say at this time is just, do some self-reflection. Start doing some more inner work so that you can truly understand yourself in the way that you can start working at your best, you can start feeling your best, you can start feeling stronger and feeling more powerful, which is in alignment with who you truly are, because you are a strong and powerful soul and human being that can truly create and manifest anything that you desire in this life. Stop believing that you don't deserve great things, because you really do deserve wonderful things. And if you put in the time, if you put in the energy, if you put in the work, the healing work, all of the work that is required to manifest these energies, manifest these things in your life, you will get them. And you deserve it. You do. Now, to end this video, I would like to pull maybe just a card or two, just to see if there are any further messages or advice that can be given to us to help further align with the energies of this angel number, but also to just align with ourselves a little better. Spirit, what messages or possible advice do you have for myself and the collective? Yeah, so let's see. I'm going to read for this card. We've got the Five of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so when the Five of Swords in reverse comes up, it's talks about us feeling as though we are in an unsettled period of our lives. And that is kind of what I was feeling for not only just me, but for the collective, which was why I felt so drawn to doing a video like this. Um, because this really is an unsettling period for us. There's a lot of loose ends as a world collective, but also personally, that need to be tied up. And we have the opportunity to tie up all of those loose ends at this time. A lot of us still are not working. A lot of us are still having to spend a lot of time with ourselves. And while that has in itself been a really huge challenge, um, it is, we've been given this opportunity to take this time to really understand why we're at where we're at now. You know, not just personally, but just as a world collective. And where can we start making some more changes, some more positive changes, so that we can start feeling happier and others around us can start feeling happier, you know? If you're feeling that you are in an unsettled period in your time right now, start figuring out how you can start settling some of those things that are unsettled, because it's not your whole life that's excuse me. It's not your whole life that's unsettled. I feel as though it's just aspects of your life. So for me, for example, it could be like my job. I said that in the beginning. Like, I'm not fully working at or where I would like to. So I'm starting to make big changes, you know? I'm starting to believe in myself more, and I'm creating more content. I'm being more creative, you know? I'm diving deep into all of the things that I have experienced and learned over time, and now I'm utilizing that to my advantage so that I can start working and living how I want to live, which is, financially free. I'm my own boss, and I'm not, being controlled by other people. I'm free to create content as much as I want, whenever I want, and I'm being supported by people that truly believe in me and love me. And it helps, and all of that stuff. That's what I'm working on right now in that aspect of my life. But that's just one of a few other areas that I feel like are unsettled. This is a time where you need to figure out where your unsettled parts of your life are at and start transmuting that so that you can just be happier and you can start loving yourself more and loving your life more. Number 5 is about changes also. So change is really a huge topic in all of our lives right now. A lot of changes have already been happening, but I feel like a lot of changes are coming in and are going to happen more for us. So we have to learn to find control, find balance, find grounding in all of what's happening, because it's all happening for the best possible reasons, so that we can align with our higher selves and that we can start living our lives authentically, doing what we want, being around and with who we want. And yeah, we're just living our best lives. Spirit, are there any other messages that you would... Oh, yep, okay. The messages are literally just coming through today. But the next card that came out was Justice, and I'm being really drawn to that little like balance thing. I don't know what that's called, but yeah, balance is coming in. Our lives are being balanced right now. There is a lot of karmic balancing happening for a ton of us. So if you've been finding that you've been struggling a little bit, but all you've been putting out is positive energy, trust and believe that, all of that positive energy is coming back to you very, very soon. And you will start feeling more, what is the word I'm thinking of? You'll start feeling more, I guess, aligned. That's the only word I can think of. You'll start feeling more aligned with yourself. Things will start feeling right for you. You won't feel confused about like people in your life or situations that you're going through, or even if, like I said, it's your job. You won't feel discontent in your work anymore, because you'll actually be doing, or an opportunity will come in that will give you the opportunity to do what it is that you have always wanted to do, or that you've only dreamed of doing. I'm noticing a lot of red in not only this card, but in the Five of Swords too. So This time is all about keeping ourselves grounded and staying grounded through the changes, because especially if there are bigger changes, like you're moving or you've gone through a breakup, or um, maybe something happened in family or with friends. You got to keep yourself calm. You've got to keep your mind clear, because that's when the overthinking comes in. That's when the insecurities, the toxic thinking patterns start coming in again. And that is what really throws us off of our life paths. Because we start believing that these negative things, these toxic things are happening to us rather than for us. So maybe even that is what you need to just start telling yourself. If there are a lot of heavier energies surrounding you at this time, that it's happening for you, that you are getting stronger, that you're growing, that you're learning vital lessons that are preparing you for what's next. Because I really do feel like we as a world collective are manifesting some positive changes. Like, things are really going to start shifting in favor of us for once, and for our well-being. We won't feel as though we can't speak up anymore, or that we're being taken advantage of. That kind of goes back into that karmic balancing, because maybe that is what you've been feeling like over this last year, or the last few years, or the last few months, that you've been doing nothing but good, but what you've been getting in return is the opposite. But that's happening for a reason. All you need to do is just continue to put out, love and light and positive energy, and soon, very, very soon, that will, full circle moment, come right back to you in the form of love, in the form of new opportunities and new ventures, adventure, just wonderful, wonderful things that will put you in a place to where you're happier, and you can have more fun with yourself and with your work and with your life and in your connections. I'm noticing all the swords in here. So I feel like there might be a lot of overthinking going on. And I was getting that before. So really try and work on how you can start shutting your mind down, how you can start clearing your mind and resetting yourself, so that you can keep treading forward and manifesting beautiful things for yourself. Cutting through deception, cutting through lies, cutting through toxic energies, and only surrounding yourself with love, light, and positivity. Keeping your auric field clear. That's something that I've been working on a lot over the last few months, especially. Really keeping my energy protected, so that I can continue healing and helping myself, and healing and helping you guys, which is what my purpose is, which is what I found out over the last year. I feel like, just by staying open, by loving myself more, by staying true to myself and being myself, and not like letting what other people say and think affect me or dim my lights and hold me back. That is so, so, so important at this time. And I feel like with these two cards, along with the angel numbers, that's like kind of what Spirit is trying to get us to understand. We've got to start living our lives true to us, and authentically and genuinely, and stop putting on these facades and just for the sake of other people, just to make other people happy. It's about what makes us happy and how we can make ourselves happier. So really try and focus on that at this time. Let's see, is there anything else I'm feeling with this? I'm noticing the purple. So crown chakra comes through to me when I see that. So if you meditate more. If you pray some more. Open that crown chakra up. Open your mind. Open yourself up to really receiving the answers that you are so desperately asking for. Because they may have already illuminated themselves for you, and you may not have noticed, because you were distracted by your external. You were distracted by your thoughts. You were distracted by what's going on around you. I think this message is really telling us to get clear. Get clear. Get clear. I'm saying it over and over, because I feel like there might have been some really important factors or really important steps along our life path that we might have missed at some points. So really sit down with yourself, sit down in silence, turn off the electronics, turn off the music, go somewhere where you can just be with yourself and just breathe a little bit and see what happens there. And then, like I was saying in the beginning of the video, really pay attention to your dreams and daydreams if you are asking yourself or if you're asking the universe specific questions about how you can align better with your life purpose, or how you can just in general align with your life purpose so that you can start feeling like you're moving along the right path. It's all about staying open and just listening. Not to the external, not to your friends and your family and the people around you, because while they do have your best interests at heart, not everyone around you is truly going to understand you the way that you understand yourself. So get clear with yourself. Understand yourself better first before you start letting other people kind of throw in their opinions, throw in their 2 cents. Because that is probably what has been throwing you all over the place, like, in the first place. I don't know. I'm kind of getting that because I feel like I've been doing that a little bit too, kind of seeking external advice and external guidance so much that I've been missing all of the right answers that have been coming through from my higher self and my spirit guides. And there are a lot of unanswered questions at this time. We do firstly need to ask ourselves these questions and be connected with ourselves. I don't know why the message is being a little weird right now, coming through a little weird, but yeah, honestly, that's all I'm getting. I hope that this video helped you guys a lot. This one was a little long one. I didn't expect this to go as long as it has, but I'm very grateful that it did, because I feel like I haven't gotten a chance to truly sit down and just like talk to myself, talk to you guys, and really connect with my guides. And so I think that that's why the video is so long, because there were a lot of messages that needed to come through for us right now. And a lot of it is just being more individualized, stepping more into our personal powers, living our lives truly and authentically for ourselves, and going after what it is that we dream about and truly need and desire, rather than what others want for us. I love you guys so much. Thank you again for coming back to my channel and supporting me through everything. This channel has been a work in progress since the beginning, and so many new things get added in all the time. And so I am so grateful that you bear with me, and yeah, you just continue to love and support the messages that come through from my spirit guides. And I cannot wait to put out more videos like this for you, because this one especially just felt right. It felt really well, and I learned a lot even just by rereading those messages and truly putting them into my situations, and then explaining things for you guys really helped put things into perspective. So I hope these videos are doing the same things for you. Make sure you leave love down in the comment section below and support others, and give others love who need it at this time. And if you need anything from me, if you'd like to reach out just for some support, or if you want to book a reading, or if you'd like to see further messages from me, all my social media and my email and everything will be down in the description below. And I love you guys so much. I'm sending you all the love and light that you could possibly need at this time, and I will see you guys again for another video. Much love.